We're going with trade. We're going to cover schema programming. Still, we are left with some part in the extension. Okay, let me cover the extension, remaining part. Then I'll go for schema programming. Now, let us look at the story. I want to go for pagination. So, how do you implement pagination? What is the purpose of pagination? How do you implement the pagination? Setup, build. Okay. Let me move. Opportunities. When I say opportunities, we are getting 37 opportunities. When you're getting 37 opportunities, we are not interested to show all the opportunities in a single page. I told per page 10 records. So when I give next 10 record, next 10 record, previous 10 record. When I have a group of records, I don't want to display all the records in a single page. I want to split them like a multiple pages and use it. When you have a group of records, I don't want to show the records in a single page. I want to break them into multiple pages and show. So how do you break the data into multiple pages and show? That's what is called pagination. So let us implement this. I'm going with the concept here, pagination. First I have apex page dot standard set controller. Standard set controller is going to refer to group of records. Then we have public. Try to get the point. String, get name. I give get name. If I have a VF page, how whenever I say name, it's going to give you search. So what is that? If you are calling name, internally it's going to call get name. If I call accounts, internally is going to call get accounts. There is a reason why we are writing getter method. Any variable we call, corresponding getter method is called. Any variable we call, corresponding getter method is invoked in the Apex class. Any variable we call, corresponding getter method is called in the corresponding getter method is called. Similarly, now I have a story here. I have public, I have variable, opportunity, get opti. So if anybody call get opti, it is supposed to return you list of opportunities. Opti equal to control.get records. Whichever the records are returned by referred by the controller, those records are written. Controller, yesterday you already seen controller.get selected, controller.get records. Whatever the records are referred by the controller, get those records. Now, which records are there in the controller? Let me give an example. Pagination. First, I'm writing a query. opportunity. Here we have standard controller. Control equal to new apex page dot standard set controller. Now, basically, what is the purpose of this standard set controller? Standard set controller will refer to list of records. Standard set controller will refer to list of records. Standard set controller refer to list of record. Set number of records per page. Which means per page we have 5 records. Set a number of records for the page. Get total number of records. I'm taking here. Result size. Right. Get a result size. So I can give integer. Okay. Public total number of pages. Total how many pages came? So total how many records came? Total how many pages? How many records came and how many pages will be? 37. Now my size is I gave 5, so it's going to be 7 pages, 8 pages. Now what I'm doing? Math.mod total comma 5. If we divide total number of records by 5, if we divide total number of records by 5, if value is greater than 0, remainder is greater than 0, then total page is equal to total by 5 plus 1. Total page. Now what is this logic? If total number of records are what we got, let us take this one. You took a total 37k. Now if I go with 37 divided by 5, remainder we are getting as 2. That's the reason I'm giving 37 by 5, which is going to give 7 plus 1. Total number of pages is 8. If remainder is not greater than 0, then let's say 35 by 5. Remainder is not greater than 0. Then count equal to 7. Did you follow my point? Generally, when you divide 37 by 5, we get only 7. 35 by 5 also 7 only will get it. If remainder is greater than 0, that means we need to add one more extra page. We would add one more extra page. This is to find out how many pages are there. This is to tell how many pages are there. Okay. Let me go back to the page. I'm trying to show the list of records. data table, optic. Name, amount, this is how I am giving. So I'll apply some styles here, cell padding, frame, rules. Like this, how we got it, header value. Then I'm giving center. What was that? Controller dot page number. Of total page. Then we had a command link value equal to action equal to controller dot right. Then we have rendered rendered control dot look at the story. I have to put everything in the form to avoid the I can give the width also. 600. But here I have to give some breaks. This what we got. We can remove the center if I want. Look at the story. Now we got the list of records here. First page of 8 records. First page of 8 records. Next. Second page of 8 records. We are in the second page, so we have first and previous. Next. Third page. I can give a re-render only page block. Last 37 records, last 2 records came. 8 of 8 pages. First. So what I'm doing, we are fetching the data, we are applying a pagination here. Don't display all the list of records at a time. Don't display all the records at a time. Don't display all the records at a time. Break the data into number of pages. Get the data at a time, but don't display them at a time. Break them into number of pages. So whenever I call the functionality, get the corresponding page. Whenever I call the page, get the corresponding page. So let us see here. Now, you need to understand few things here. Next. Last. What was the bug here? Achha, I have not modified this. Form is only re-rendered only block, so we are not getting the data here. Next. Next. Last. This is how we are getting the data. Now, to achieve this, what is the actual functionality running here? So, technically, let us understand this functionality. Technically, the functionality is apex pages dot apex pages dot standard set controller. Apex pages dot standard set controller. This will refer to list of records. It has some standard functionalities like get records, get selected, next, previous, as next, as previous. Then we had first, last, first, last. Okay, get set page name. Like this, there are predefined functions. What we are going to do, whatever the list of records we got, we are breaking them into number of pages. What are the list of records you are getting here? We are going to break them into number of. What are the list of records you are going to get? We are going to break them into number of pages. So when you say next, the set will go to next. When I say previous. Now set per page how many records are there. So when I say get record, it only gets the records from the current page. It is breaking the data into number of pages. Whenever I say get record, it is only getting the records from the current page. Right now, wherever the cursor is, from the current page, it is going to get the records. From the current page, it is going to get the records. From the current page, it is going to get the records. From the current page, it is going to get the records. Is that was clear for everyone? So get the data, break them into number of pages. Whenever I say get record, from the current page, get the records. It has some predefined functionality like next, previous, has next, has previous, last. Okay, get the page number, get the result size, set page, get page. This type of functionalities are there with the help of which we are able to achieve this. Now, if you look at this, I have not written any one of my own functionality. These are all predefined functionality. First, previous, next, last. When I say first page, it is getting previous page. It is getting the next page. It is getting the last page. It is checking if you have any previous page, then only show first. The first button should be visible if there are any previous pages. Show me this previous only if there is any previous page. Show me the next if you have any next page. Like this, all these are predefined functionality. So standard set controller is fetching the data, breaking them into number of pages, and displaying them like a pagination. What is the concept of pagination? If I'm getting 10,000 record, if I display all the 10,000 record at a time, then the view state will not be able to support it. At the same time, load time will be more. View state will not support it. Second is the load time is going to be more. It takes more time for loading. So to avoid that, we are breaking the data into number of pages and displaying the data one after the other. Breaking the data into number of pages and displaying the data one after the other. To achieve all these functionality, we have a predefined functionality called pagination, which is achieved with the help of Apex Pages.standard controller, standard set controller. So what is the purpose of Apex Pages.standard set controller? It can be used to create list view buttons. It can also be used to create pagination concept. I hope everyone is good with this. Before I go to next concept, if anyone has any query on this, let me know. Before I move,
can you please explain the line number 6?
Line number 6. Now, controller.getRecord means currently at which page I am. Records on current page. This will give you list of records which are in current page. This will return you list of records which are on current page.
Explain me the line number 12.
Now you are passing the list of record to standard set controller. Previously, what we used to do from the VF page, we used to fetch the records based on the filter and pass it. Here, whatever the list of records I am fetching using SQL query, those list of records I am passing here.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
So can you open the VF page, sir? So there is line number 14 and 18. The rendered values are not changed. They are the same.
Obviously,
Controller. Yeah.
see, if there is any previous page, I'll show you. If I am on the second page, there is a scope of getting a first page. If I am on the second page, there is a scope of getting previous page.
Yes.
That's why I gave same condition. Now, if I go to first means what? I am not in the first page only, no?
Yes.
Then there will be a previous page to me, no?
Okay, sir.
Sir, in Apex class, line number 6.
Mm.
Can you please open the Apex class? So line number 6, we are not using this records.
You are running Opti. How we are getting the records here? There's a reason I explained. When somebody call Opti, what is the functionality that will be called? Get Opti will be called. The first example I gave, right? Name. When I say opti, you're going to call get opti. Whenever you say get opti, these records are given. Which records are given? The current page records are only given, right? The current page records are. How are you getting the current page record? Based on this functionality only. Okay.
Okay.
Right. So let us move on to the next story.
Uh, the same functionality, can we use standard controller and extension?
Standard controller is for referring to a single record.
Okay.
Standard set controller will refer to group of records. Standard controller will refer to a single record.
In the Apex, in the VF page, can we refer to standard controller and extension and use the same instead of you writing the SOQL query in line number 11?
See, this is not, we are not taking the data from the standard page. We are not applying the pagination here. So that extension is for what? Extension is for overriding the pages, right? Extension is what? Okay. Here you are trying to add any one of the button on this. For adding the buttons, you are going for this extension concept. Now this is not adding a button, we are building a page. Suppose, okay, now you want to, when you take standard set controller here, when you add a button, based on the filter only, we are already getting the records here, right? Now, when you click on the button, let us say some records you selected, click on the button, then if they are having more number of records, still you want to apply pagination, then you can use it. Now, the list view button is what? Already based on the filter, you are getting a records. From the selected records, we are taking some of the records and clicking on delete. You are trying to perform some operation here, not displaying the data. Did you get my point? The extension concept is used to override any one of the standard functionality or trying to create custom functionality on standard pages. Okay.
On clicking on delete button, if I want some page, if I want to distribute data into pages, how will I
Then
do?
you can try it. Then, but really, practically, do you think it will be use case? Because already we had applied the filter here, right? You're not getting all the list of record directly. Based on the filter only, we are getting these records, no? Right. See, now, if you're getting thousands of pages here, thousands of records you're getting, you're going to select a number of records at a time. When you click on the button, there's a possibility of getting 500 records or 600 records at a time you're selecting. Then you can go for pagination, no problem. But practically that will not be a use case. That's what I'm trying to convey. Now, really, when you select any filter, will you get 1000 records or 2000 records here from which you are going to select? Practically that will not be there, no?
Yes, Satish.
Now the point is, it is not that we cannot make a page, but the page cannot be called directly. You need to click on a button, then only page will be called. It's not direct page. Using extension, I create a button. When you click on this button, page will be opened. Page cannot be made directly. Using extension, you are creating a button. When you click on the button, extension page will open. Now, if you want something to be applied directly, now here, the page what we are getting, here you want to apply pagination, you apply it. There is no problem. But this is not a direct call, right? That's what I'm trying to tell you. Now, there's a button here. Now, we create a button. When you click on the button, the corresponding VF page is opening. So, when you click on the button, you want to have a page where you get the data and show the pagination, try it out. There is no problem. I don't say that it's not possible, but I say practically this will not be a requirement at all. Got my point, Emma?
Yes, Satish.
Right.
Thank you.
Right. Somebody from online, yes.
Yeah, Satish, in the Apex class, you did use Apex standard set controller.
Yes.
So can you just, why did you use Apex standard set controller versus standard controller? I think I missed that.
Standard set controller is to refer to a group of records. I require a group of records on which pagination to be applied. So I use it as
Oh,
standard
group
controller.
of. Okay.
Right?
Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
So fine.
Satish,
Yes.
can we use extension concept for custom objects?
Any
No.
object you can use, Amma.
Okay.
I have taken a standard object because everybody have access to this. You can work on any
Okay.
object.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Fine. Let's move on to the next concept here. Now here, we are moving on to the next concept.
Satish, last quick question. So I think since that the Lightning is coming on, like, can the similar concept available in Lightning?
Yes, Amma. There's a concept called
Okay.
data table there. Using the data table, we have to create it. There's a concept called data table. Using the data table, we will be building it. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Right. Now, let's move on to the story. Till now, whatever the programs I wrote, all these programs are referring to the, till now, whatever the programs I wrote, all these programs are referring to the data in the table. But now, I don't want to refer to the data in the table. I want to refer to the metadata. If you want to refer to the metadata, how will you refer it? I don't want to refer to the data. I want to refer to the metadata. How will you refer it? So now my point is, I want to fetch all the records which are there in the, all the tables which are there in the database. I want to get all the objects which are there in the database. So how you get metadata? Right. Now look at the story. We have a table in the database. For the table in the Apex, your table, which you are calling as account table. In the Apex, we are calling as account class. You have an instance. We create account ACC. By how to find out? ACC is referring to which S object. Based on the instance of the variable, I want to tell which S object is referring. We say ACC dot get S object type. When I say ACC dot get S object type, this will return name of the S object it is referring to. Now, here account table in the Apex, we have a Apex class called account. We are getting a object for the account class. Then we are using. Based on the object, you want to find out which table it was referring to. We need to say ACC dot get as object. Whenever I write account in the Apex program, it is a class. Whenever I write account, it is a class. Based on the class, I want to know which object you are referring to. Account dot is object type. This will return name of the object. This account class is referring to. Every table has a corresponding class in the Salesforce. Based on the class, I want to find out which. Based on the table, based on the class, we want to find out to which table it is referring to. Then we say name of the class, class name dot S object type. This will give you type of the object we are referring to. So let me give you the story here. Try to understand. System dot debug. It throws error message. Variable does not exist. You cannot refer to the class directly. So how you are supposed to refer? Create an instance for the class. It's a class. You cannot use it directly. You have to create a variable for the class. Then you have to use it. So directly you cannot use class. You have to create a variable for the class and use it. Now I am saying ACC dot get. This object belongs to which type of table? Where was that? Execute. This is how we got it. They're referring to the table called account. So we want to know which object it was referring to. So first let us see. Public map of string comma schema dot subject. Schema dot subject type means it will tell which type of object we are referring. I'm going to give here. Create a map with object name. Example. This is how we got it. Okay. Now, public. Public schema example 1. Now, we are giving object map equal to schema dot get global describe. Get global describe return list of all the objects. Get a global describe return list of all the S objects in the database. Then, how will you get? Go back to the story. VF page. Now, object map. Data table value equal to object map var equal to. So look at this list of all the objects which are there in the database are referred. All the objects which are there in the database, all of them are referred. Student. All the objects are received here. How are you getting all the objects? Schema dot get global describe. This will give you list of all the objects that are there in the database. Now, once you got the objects, I want to get properties of one particular object. If I give one particular object, I want to get the properties of that particular object. Then how will you get the properties of a particular object? Let us look at the second one. Now I want to know whether it's a custom object or not, whether it's a standard object, who has a read access, who has a write access. I want to understand. With respect to the current user, I want to find out the properties. So let me give you public Map of string comma object. Schema. So here we have schema dot describe as object result. Account dot is object type dot schema dot describe as object result. This class contains all the methods required to return the properties This class contains all the methods required to return the properties of the given S object. So account dot S object type get described. Name of the object account dot S object type dot get described. We are getting the properties. So what I was doing, dot put, just label it, result, put, put, key prefix. Read. Do you have read access on this? Is accessible. This all with respect to current user, whether the current user who logged in has a read permission or not, has update permission or not on the object. We are trying to get permissions on the with respect to the current user. Programmatically, we are finding out the properties on this object with respect to the current user. Deletable, creatable, put,
Here it is double row.
custom setting. I want to know whether it's a custom object or standard object. Object result dot put. Queryable or not. Mergeable or not. All these are what? Properties. We are trying to get the properties of this object. This is how I create. Now, trying to get the properties of an object. We are trying to get the properties of an object We are trying to get the properties of an object and we are applying the functionalities. Get the properties of an object and get the functionalities. Now what I am doing, go to this. VF page. Apex. Then we are going to get object result are equal to A. This is how we have a privy. So we have a key value pair. Is it we have create permission? Yes. Is it a custom object? False. Custom setting? False. Do you have a delete option? Yes. What is the key? 001. Label name account. MRU enabled? Yes. Mergeable? Yes. Object name account. Queryable? Yes. Readable? Yes. Update. So what I'm doing? I am trying to get the properties of the object. Now if you give me name of the object, I will tell you the properties of the given object. If you give me name of the object, I will give you the properties of the object. So what was that? This is to get all the objects from the database. In that list of objects, if you give me one object name, I will try to get the properties of the object and find out. This is how I am getting. Next, if you give me object name, I want to get the corresponding fields of the object. If you give me the object name, I want to give you the corresponding fields of the object. Now where I can use it? Look at the point. When I click on the account, edit, how are you getting these fields here? How are you getting these fields? Using a schema programming. When I select the account fields are fetched and they are displayed. What is this called? Schema programming. So how do you get the list of fields based on the object? So let us take the next example. Fetching the list of fields based on object name. Fetching the list of fields based on the object name. So here we have create a map which will store field name as key, field type as well. This is how I create public first get the properties of the object. Get the properties of the given object. How you get it? Schema dot describe schema dot describe a subject result. schema dot describe S object result, result equal to account dot S object type dot get describe. Once you got the description, get the fields. How you get the fields? Field map equal to result dot fields dot field map equal to result dot fields dot get map. From the description, get the fields. Whatever the object from where you want to get the fields, specify the object name, get the description of the object. Once you got the description, from the description, get fields. So result dot fields dot get map. Result dot fields dot get map. Getting the description of the object. From the description, we are trying to get the fields. So go back to the story, display. Page block title. This is how we got it. Review. This is how we got the story. List of all the fields in the given object. List of all the fields in the given object. So we have a student. List of all the fields which are there in the given object. Trying to get all the fields. How are you getting the fields? Get the description about the object. Once you got the description about the object, then description dot fields dot get map. Description dot fields dot get map. Description dot fields dot get map. Now, let me combine all the three examples and make it as a single example. Or else, let me extend one more example, which is frequently used. The next example, what is frequently used here is, when I click on edit, if I choose any one of the pick list field, stage, automatically you're getting an icon. If you select this, you get a list of options. So whatever the options are there in that field, this list of options will be displayed here. Whatever the options are there in that field, those options are getting displayed. So the question is, how to get options from a given pick list field? If they give you a field, from that field, how do you get the list of options? So next I'm trying to work getting the list of options from the given field. If they give you a field, how you get the options from that field? First, get the description of the field. Describe field result. Result equal to account dot industry dot account dot industry dot get describe. Account dot industry dot get display. So get the description of industry field. Account dot industry dot get display. Account dot industry dot get display. Get the description of the industry field. Get the description of the industry field. Get the description of the industry field. Once you got the description of the industry field, I want to check out the property. What is the property? If result dot get type equal to schema dot there is a word called um, data category. There will be data type related class. Describe. There should be type here. Oh, it's not working. Okay. Let me cross check. There is a specific display type here. Is pick list. If data type is pick list, get the description, and if the data type is pick list, then try to get the options. How you get the option? List of schema dot pick list entry. Entry is equal to get pick list entry. Now, whatever why this auto help is not working here. Get the pick list entry. Just give me 1 second. This is not working for me. Okay. One quick minute. There's a functionality bug from my end. What was the bug? Let me find out. List values. Okay. I was giving entries here. It was supposed to be values. This is a mistake from my end. Okay. Get the pick list values. Now, every option we take will have label and value. So I'm going to give options equal to new list of select option. Then take one by one. For schema dot list entry. Take one by one entry. Create an option for it. Dot get name, then options plot. Now try to get the story. So what did I do? What did I do in this case? Whatever the field we are using, get the description of the field. After getting the description, check whether the display type is pick list. If the display type is pick list, get the pick list values which are there in the field. Then take one by one value and create an option. First I will show the output, then I will explain line by line so that you get a visually understand what exactly I was trying to do. Let me show you first. What happened here? Whatever the options are there in the industry field, the same options I brought and created a pick list field here. So now try to get the story. First, get the description of the field. Check the data type. Check the data type of the field. How do you check it? Schema dot display type. Data type. If the data type is pick list, then get all the entries which are there in the pick list. If the data type is pick list, get all the entries. Entries means all the options which are there in the pick list field. Then take one by one option by entry. Create select option for it. This is the story what I created. Just go through the code. If anyone has any query on this, let me know. Go through the code. If anyone has any query on it, let me know. Go through the code. If anyone has any query, let me know. First, we got the description of the field. After getting the description of the field, then I verified the data type. If the data type is pick list, get all the options which are available in the industry pick list. After getting the options which are available, take one by one option and I create your own option. This is how we fetch it. So basically, this schema programming will be helpful to you when you want to make a product level development. If you are trying to build a product level development, generic development, this will be helpful to you. Whenever you want to go with the product level development, this generic program will be helpful to you, which is called schema programming. Getting the list of objects, getting the properties of the object, getting the list of fields, getting the properties of the field, getting the options in the given field. Like this, we'll be trying to get the data. This is not the data in the table. This is the data about metadata. We are trying to get the metadata information. This is not the data. We are trying to get the metadata. How many tables are there? Who has an access? Who don't have an access? How many fields are there? What are their data types? Okay. What is associated tables? Associated fields? Like this, we are trying to get information about data, which is a metadata. We are trying to get the metadata of a table. Right, Amma? Is that was clear for everyone?